What's going on, you guys? Man, it's been a chaotic week. It's been a chaotic day. We got some stuff to show you guys, man. We got some stuff to go over. We had the Xbox Partner preview, and we also got some Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Kind of news, kind of not news. You know, Gene Parks over at the Washington Post. He did an article, had an interview. We're going to go over that too. There's a lot of stuff going on today. First thing we're going to start with the Xbox Partner preview. You guys know how I am. You know, I'm very big on having situations like this, and with the fact that now it's not all on just one event. You know, I never liked everything just being in June. I never liked that. I always felt like we needed more events. We needed more ways to be shown what's coming out for the platform. Not just Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, EA. Like, not everything has to be at the June showcase. I think the June showcase should be the future games. It should be the games that's not really announced. It should be the big games that catapults the platform to a higher standard or to a higher area. You know, that's where you use your platform to show as many games as possible that is not really been announced, or very few has been there, like the big games. And then you need these smaller venues, these smaller areas that is just for your partners, for like the developer direct, where you're going over the games that you have in bigger detail. In the Xbox Partner preview, same thing. You know, we got a bunch of games that was announced. Now, me particularly, none of these games really vied with me like on a huge level, besides maybe the Altars. But what I liked is I loved the pacing, and I also loved, you know, the presentation. It felt like real state of play, real Nintendo Direct. You know, they went from one point to the other, and they just showed you games. They did a lot in 30, 40 minutes. I think it was 30 minutes. They did a lot in 30 minutes. They showed you quite a bit of games. They showed you Unknown 9. They showed you Sleight of Hand, The Altars, Creatures of Ava, Roblox. It's a Chucky thing in Roblox. I don't really know why that was there. To show like an expansion in Roblox, I don't know. The Sinking City 2, Final Fantasy 14. Love that that's there. It shows more of a relationship between Square Enix and Xbox. Then we also got Stalker, the original trilogy, Monster Jam Showdown, Persona 3 Reloaded expansion pass. It's interesting that they're trying to sell you expansions from the original Persona 3 and didn't just bundle it all with the base game. Now, I don't know if all of these games, all these expansions or, you know, DLC is just in Persona, is just in the original one. Maybe there's a mixture of stuff that used to be in the game and newer stuff. I did see Persona 5 in some way, shape, or form be brought up with the expansion pass, so that's probably what it is. The first Berserker looked amazing. I don't know why developers send their games in when it's like real frame ratey. I don't know why they do that. You know, to me, it's one of the first impressions, so I feel like you need to make sure your game looks the best it possibly can on a stage where it's going to be shown. That's just my opinion on the matter. I'm not a developer. I don't know what it goes into making these things, but it's just very curious on that. Tales of Cinzara, probably butchered that. You guys know I can't pronounce for nothing. Frostpunk 2 and The Path of the Goddess. You know, there's a lot of good stuff here, man. Like I said, presentation on point. They had good pacing. You know, sure, does everything in here really affect me? No, not really. But what I will say is, even though not everything in this really captivated me, I will say that everything here was in a way where I can see other people liking. I didn't feel like there was any game that they're showing here that no one would like. I do think there are a bunch of possibilities that people can like. And then we got some crazy stuff, man. You know, after it, I'm about to stream Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the Addict Arena channel. Definitely go check that out. You know, I think you guys will enjoy it. And then I just randomly get hit with an article from the Washington Post, and it says Sony has secured the Final Fantasy VII remake trilogy as a console exclusive. It says that according to the Washington Post, which appears to confirm that perhaps with the widely assumption and not confirmed until now, while the finer details of the exclusivity arrangements hasn't been publicized, the report seemingly hopes that the trilogy coming to Xbox in the near future at least. A Final Fantasy VII remake was released in 2020. An upgrade version of the game, the remake integration, arrived in 2021. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was released last week for the PS5 and will be exclusive to consoles for at least 3 months, meaning it's a possible PC might have relatedly short wait to play the prequel, which isn't coming to PS4. Securing the Final Fantasy VII trilogy as a console exclusive is further in the PlayStation cap and a Washington Post. Vice President of second and third party strategic issue initiates that Sony Interactive Entertainment reportedly told the publishers that the console exclusivity was mutually desired when the remake project got going. So he's pretty much saying, look, the game did really well. It showed really well for us, and we want to continue on that thing. Back in the same generation for the original PlayStation, Sony Computer Entertainment had a few franchises of its own, and in order to find its place in a very competitive video game industry, we sought to win the hearts and minds of third-party developers like Square, he said. The focus on securing third parties is integrated in our DNA to this day. We know that. He added, and connects it directly to how we've worked together on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Final Fantasy has always been one of the primary franchises pillars on PlayStation consoles. Adding that Square Enix is one of the best business at pushing beyond their fans' expectations and showing off what can be done on PlayStation hardware. Elsewhere in the article, Square Enix discussed the benefits of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth console exclusivity. Had it not been on a single platform, the war map would have been seamless and game design would have been regressed significantly, said the Final Fantasy franchise producer. I don't necessarily agree with that, because there's a lot of devs that, pretty much saying that the only thing that stops you from developing on multiple consoles is just how much money is being thrown at it. Big companies like PlayStation, Microsoft, Square Enix, they should have no problem porting to multiple systems simultaneously or outsource that to another company. So then what happened is Gene Parks put on Twitter, he said, I am clarifying the second part. It was a mistake on my part to write the sentence like that. The entire Final Fantasy VII trilogy is not yet confirmed to be a Sony exclusive. The article has been amended to only mention remake and rebirth. Interesting enough, when you go to click on the Washington Post, it's one of those things where you can't watch it, you can't read it unless you pay for their subscription service. So it is kind of unfortunate. Gene says that he put, did a little bit of misinformation there and he corrected it, but we can't see it because you have to pay to see it. Here's the thing. I think for the most part, I think we knew this was happening. I think we knew that they were going to go into this and they were going to secure this. PlayStation is not new to securing experiences that do very well on their platform. We've seen it from Destiny expansions. PlayStation, if they know something's good and they know it benefits them to continue down that with that partnership, they will do it. We've seen it over and over again. But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think that, we'll see Final Fantasy? I particularly don't see that happening. But one thing I will say is I think it's just the remakes, guys. Final Fantasy VII, not remakes. I think it's just remake, rebirth, retention, reimagine, not coming out. I think it's just that for the time being. I do think there will be a time where we see the remake the 7 games on the Xbox platform, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. But I don't think it's rumored right now that they're remaking 10 and they're remaking 9. And, 10's going to be more of a traditional. 9 and 10 going to be more traditional. There's a remake of Tactics going out. I think if there's not a contract in place by now, PlayStation won't get those exclusive. But that's just my opinion on the matter. Anyway, put in the comment section below what you guys feel. I'm very curious your guys' opinion on that. Thank you guys for supporting the stream. Thank you for supporting the channel. Definitely hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the content. You can always sub to the channel. We make weekly content over here. Follow me on Twitter, LordAddictIOP. Like I said, I stream on the Addict Arena. All that will be in the description below. And until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace. Woo! Final Fantasy, man. I'm streaming it.